What's up, Kyle?
Hey, Kyle, Tom in Games. With Tom here. We just played a match. Check out the video. It's on the channel if you want to see our match. It's very long, but it's pretty good. The games are pretty unique. Game one, I just totally wrecked with this deck. So if you've seen that match and you want to see how this deck is, like if you go first, your opponent doesn't have disruption, you can just completely obliterate them.
Yep.
If they do have some hand traps, it depends. It just depends, and you'll have a more interactive game probably. If you go second, it's pretty rough. But we're built. I'll show you the deck. We're built to go first, and we can side deck to go second.
Okay. Let's look at the deck.
Yep, main deck. So we got this guy, Kageki. When he's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 lower. Yeah, 6 samurai from your hand. So basically, he turns. He's kind of a combo extender. Like he lets you summon a second card. So he's a good one to start off with. You want to start with him. You play this dude. This dude, he's just 1900 attack, but he doesn't do anything. But if you special summon him, he can search your deck for any 6 samurai that doesn't match an attribute of a monster you control. So like, if you have him and then summon him, he goes off because it's when he's special summoned. You can search your deck for any 6 samurai that's not wind or earth. And so like, you could search for like a water one, a fire one, a dark one. So there's a lot of options there. And there's a lot of ways to special summon this, so it's got some good effects. This is one of your best guys in your deck, Kizan, because literally he special summons if you have another 6 samurai. So he's just also a combo extender. Like you can just play him. So like turn 1, if you open these 3, you can just play this, play this, play this, and you can really start going off. Same, this guy, he's like Kizan. He's less searchable. He in some ways is better than Kizan, but you can only control one of this guy, so like you can never have 2 of him out. So, but you can have multiple Kizans, so I guess that's the drawback. But he's a bigger beater, and he also has an effect. If he's destroyed by their card effect, he can get a 6 samurai from your graveyard your hand, so he's not bad. This is the biggest guy, Great Shogun Shien. He's a fire. That's super relevant with this guy because these dudes you can't search off of him, but you can search him off of him. So if you open with this and this, you can search the Great Shogun Shien off the Kizaru, and then you'll be able to summon it because you just have to have 2 6 samurai monsters. These are better in the sense that you only need 1, but this guy, he's fire, so
you're kind of testing him out.
Yeah, he's kind of new, but I do like him. He's pretty good. I think I sided him out because I had a lot of cards I needed to make room for, but I think he's still a good card main deck because he'll open up some options for you. This is a good combo extender. It's junk forward. If you control no monsters, you can just special summon them. So like before you summon this guy here, on your turn to summon this guy or whatever, like you just start off with this, and he's just a free warrior because you need warriors to make your deck work. So you just want a free warrior. That's most of your like free plays, basically. The play lots of warriors cards. Other monsters we play 2 this guy, 2 this guy. These are relevant. You need 2 of each. You have to have 2 of this one and 1 of this one, or 2 of this one and 1 of this one. I think it says other. Yeah, he can target himself. But either way, you need 3 of these cards to make your infinite loop combo, which I'll go over like some of the like lesser specifics at the end of the video. But if you also watch our match, you can see me go over it actually. So you might just want to check that out. I show you how to do the infinite combo. But essentially, you need 2 of this one and 1 of this one, or 2 of this one and 1 of this one, plus enough token generators, and you can make infinite counters, and then you just can do literally whatever you want. Then you have Legendary 6 Secret. This guy's okay. Sometimes he can special summon himself if he's in your hand when you normal or special summon a secret 6 samurai, which you play a couple of, like the Kizaru. Like if you have him in your opener and you normal summon this, special summon this, then you can special summon this. So like he's just another combo extender in a way, but you can search him. But also he's dark, so like randomly you can search him off of this guy, and then if you're gonna like summon her, she's a secret 6 samurai, or Fuma off of your Isolde, then you could search him off of this, and then when you summon one of these, you could summon him. So like more extenders to go off. And then you play 1. This guy's kind of optional. You don't have to play him, but he can come in handy sometimes. The fact that he's a tuner and he's a warrior and he's a 6 samurai, and he's a secret 6 samurai. And then if you have a really bad hand, you can just set him, and if they run over him, then he'll search you a card, basically. Now this guy, you pretty much have to play him if you want to make certain plays. Because you play Sion's Dojo, you can't make certain plays and you can't like make things happen if you don't have this in your deck. You just need one of them, and he's just a tuner. He's not a 6 samurai, unfortunately, but he is a Shein card, so you can do some stuff with him. That's all the monsters, though. It's literally all the monsters. It's pretty spell heavy because you have some really good ones. I mean, Rhoda, which is like a monster, and so is Shein Smoke Signal. These just search like a lot of those. Like this is only level 3 or level 6 samurai, so it can't search the level 4s, which are some of your best ones, but it is what it is. This can search pretty much any of those monsters that we showed, except for like a couple, the Shein dudes. Can't search those, but other than that, you got those. You play 3 Sion's Dojo, one of the better cards in your deck too. If you can like open this, you can do pretty good, because like if you can get a couple summons in, then you can use this to special summon another monster. This card is the reason you kind of want to play this guy, because he's a level 1. So like if you can do this, summon one monster, any monster, then you can immediately summon one of these. And the fact that this has 6 samurai in its name makes it better in him in certain situations. But you know, you still want him in your deck for sure. But this is just like a free summon. Like if you can already be summoning, it just summons somewhere. Let's see what else. Gateway. This is your best card in your deck. It's literally limited to 1 for a reason. If you controlled 2 of these, it'd be so much easier to do infinite loops. If you could control 2 of these, oh my goodness! If they ever semi-limited or unlimited this card, it would be broken. It's already really good at 1, and you can search him off of this new card. If you haven't been keeping up with 6 samurai in the last few years, there's this card that searches this, which makes the deck actually consistent. We play one of these. We could cut this for like another card. What was that card we were talking about, Thomas?
For that one, Jump Forward?
No.
Or what's his name? Jump
it's like a level 1 fire monster.
Oh, Fireflint Lady.
Fireflint Lady. I would cut this for Fireflint Lady if we had one, basically. But this is what we're playing for now. It's not terrible. You draw 2 cards. It's a pot of greed.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. And it can help you enable an infinite combo sometimes. Like if you just need something to hold counters, it can enable your win. I don't know. Maybe we do need to be playing it still. I don't know. Cut something else, but
I think it's still good.
Yeah, it's a good card. Called by the Grave. Protect your combo. You want to go first. You literally have no hand drops main deck. You're all in on trying to win. So you need that if they Ash Blossom or something. This is just a free summon. Why not? There's a fusion that we play that we can summon that's a warrior, and that's pretty much it. Also, because we're going first and we just really want a combo and we want to go fast, we play Dragon on the Grave. Maybe we could play Exchange. There's pros and cons to each. I kind of like Exchange more, but we've been playing back and forth on like proxying and is that one or Exchange, and I don't know. We like that. Dragon on the Grave. It's good. Also, Exchange is good. You could play both if you want like 4, 5, or 6 of them. But basically, this is a hand trap protection. Like you can play your key cards, but before you go into your better plays, like before you go into your assault, like after you have your monsters on the board, you can activate the Dragon on the Grave, seeing that they have the Ash Blossom or the Feg Veiler. If they do, or the Nibiru or whatever, you take it out of the hand. The rest of the spells are equipped spells that we literally play to enable this other card. For the most part, they're garbage, but some of them come in handy at times. Like Stone Gritty the Thief. Sometimes you can do some busted stuff when you're like infinite looping. You can randomly make them discard a card. So it's not like with your red girl, she'll like pop a card. This one, you could use this to pop this, like equip this anything, pop it, make like look at their hand, get a card. But we just want 5 different equips. So we play that. We play this because this is actually pretty good because you can recur it. You can banish 2 warriors from your grave to return it to your hand. So like if you need extra cards to pitch because some of your cards require discarding a card as an activation cost, you can use that. These are pseudo combo extenders. These are also equips. And like this is kind of Monster Reborn. It's got some restrictions and it will banish the monster. These require you to discard a card. But this one can get a monster that's banished, which you can easily banish monsters, especially with this card. And Hatsume, you can banish cards, and so you can enable this. This card is kind of like a Premature Burial, but you have to discard a card, and you have to discard a monster, and you have to get a lower level monster targeted to summon it. So it can be, these can pseudo comic extenders. You usually don't want to draw these. But we play them because we need to for our assault, and we play 5 so that just in case you draw one, you still have 4 in deck. so that you can like combo off.
Yeah, we played with 4 before.
Yeah, and sometimes, yeah, especially if you ever drew 2, oh man, you were just, ugh. Like if 2 of these were in your opener, it was just a real bad time. Like,
yeah.
So anyway, that's what we play those. And then we play 1 trap. This is literally just combo extender. You can activate it if you have no traps in your grave. It's just a warrior monster. So that's our main deck. That's our whole deck. We're just all in on our combo. We just want to go hard. We play this for the instant fusion. It's just instant fusion target.
It's level 4.
He's a warrior level 4, so it's the best instant fusion target you could play. So basically that's it. Synchro monsters, we have these 2. These are amazing. These are what you want on your inboard. Mainly this, but this comes in handy too because people can play like evenly matched or some other trap, infinite impermanence, I don't know. But anyway, you can negate a trap. And he's not bad. He's easy to make. Like sometimes if you have just a so-so hand, then like it's not the worst thing to just like summon a dude, summon a tuner, like summon this, pass turn. Yeah. And at least you have a 2500 beat stick and you can counter something. Like you usually don't want to do that. You want to go all in, full combo, and wreck them. But hey, you know, that doesn't always happen. And then this card can just basically negate spells all day. So between this, like you want these on your inboard. So we'll just leave these here. But anyway, this guy, he's good. Your exceeds. You play him. He helps combo extend. He can like get you another summon. Like sometimes you just need to summon another 6 samurai just so you can get a couple more counters, just to push you over the edge so you can go infinite. So sometimes same here. Sometimes you just need another 6 samurai to summon. You don't really use him for his effect. You use him because he has 6 samurai in his name. I mean, sometimes you can use the effect, but you don't really want to do that. This guy's like our third last exceeds, and he's just kind of reacting. He's another card like this one where you can just go, I have a terrible hand. Like, summon 2 level 4s, summon this in defense position, go. And then maybe you can stall and try to build a hand to do something. But this is like a backup plan. You don't want to ever do this. That's all our Xyz monsters. We play 3 of this guy because we've had scenarios where we needed a 3rd one to turn a so-so hand into an infinite combo and like the best board ever. So that's the reason we play 3. Also, sometimes like, I don't know, you maybe depending on if you're playing against a control deck or something, you can have access to more copies. But we play 3 of that. We play 1 of this. Basically, this is like your bread and butter to combo off. Like, if you want to beat this deck, counter this, like effect Veil this, and
we might even want to play 2 of those. To be honest.
Yeah, you might want to play a second one. Like you could cut your backup plan or something for a second one of these, just in case, so you can have like a second chance to combo off if they beat you, but then they don't wreck you because they used all their resources to stop you from comboing out. You can maybe play that for like a follow-up turn. This is also a backup plan card. Like, hey, I need to get over something. Just randomly answer things. It's not terrible. It's 2200 attack, so you know. This guy, Combo City. It's rare that actually we need the second copy. Like, actually, this could be a second assault. I don't know if that which comes up more, but this guy, you can make him easy. Like, and he will enable you to like push some hands that were like are almost getting there to just fully getting there, just from your draw power. You can turn dead cards in your hand, like equip spells, or like you can get your Phoenix Blade back over and over again, so that if you get that back, that's just more cards to dump, to like put on the bottom of your deck, just so you can draw more cards to get more extenders, or like trying to hand disruption or whatever. Okay, last 2 cards for your like your busted board. Like turn 1, you can have all these out and like a couple more monsters. You can have these, this, and then like both of the Sheens like on board. This at full capacity. This locking everything down except for your stuff. Because like ideally your board looks like Appaloosa up here, this over here, this over here, this here, and then 2 more monsters here. And then like this would be your board. Like you would have those and then these 2 guys right here. These 2. Boom, boom. Like that's your board. Like if you have that, if that's your opener, like they pretty much lose, because like sphere mode's good, but they can't even kaiju you effective. Like they can kaiju you, but they can't kaiju this, because you have a full board. So they have to kaiju one of these, because they can't kaiju this into the extra monster zone. So they could like kaiju your Nightmare Griffin, I guess. But then you still have infinite spell negate and virtually infinite monster. Like this negates 4 monster effects. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could also try to fit in a Utopia, because if you could make a Utopia here and then another random monster like this dude, and this was a Utopia, then you could even protect her from swinging over after she was at like 1600 or 800, you know, and you could just protect her with Utopia, and that would be like a really ideal board. But it's kind of a win more, so that's why we don't play Utopia, because like you already have this board. It's like you also need Utopia. But anyway, that's the main deck. Like, that's all the cards. Main deck and whatever deck. And then the side deck, depending on what you're playing against. So obviously you're weak to other combo decks, so we just play our own Nibiru's and Spear Modes. If I'm going second, I'm playing against combo, I'm bringing all this in. I'm also bringing all this in. Like, I'm just going ham on like reaction. And you usually find something to bring in. It depends on their deck. On maybe you don't run like all of these. Maybe you run like 7 of them. Because if you're gonna run these, if you're gonna run all 7 of these 7 of these cards, you can cut like I would cut one of this guy. I cut. So you want that? I cut a equip. Actually, I cut that, which isn't ideal, but hey, you know what it is. And if you're going second, I cut these, and I cut the Call by the Grave. And then I cut, like, you can cut United, and then I cut this one, dude. You don't have to have him. This guy. So that gives me 8 cards, actually. If I can cut all those, and then that gives me plenty of room to bring in stuff going second. So if you wanted to know, because that's important to know on what to cut, because you can't cut core cards in. And if you're going second, these aren't as core, because these are definitely better going first, and you don't have to have these cards. They're just kind of like nice in situations. So basically that. And then also to round out the side deck, I play Back Row Hate. 3 Twin Twisters, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, and a Harpy's Feather Duster. So like, if you're going second, but they're playing a control deck, or they're gonna have a lot of back row or something, then you can just bring this in. And so like, basically, it's like just a matter of like, is their deck front row heavy or is their deck back row heavy? If their deck's front row heavy and their combo deck, play this. If their control deck, play that. It's that simple. And that, you know, if you're going second. Now, if you're going first, I don't really cut anything. Like, I just keep my deck how it is. If I'm going, like, I don't really side anything if I'm going first, because, you know, your deck's built how you want it to be going first. But that's pretty much it. It's a really fun deck. Infinite combo. I'll go show it real quick. Basically, what you need. You need this guy, basically. You don't have to have it. You need enough token holders, basically. You really need, 100% you have to have Gateway. Like, if you don't have Gateway, then...
it'd be really hard. You can't...
Yeah, I don't think you can go infinite without Gateway, because you need the Gateway to search. You basically need this card. If they Ghost Ogre this card, it's a bad time. It's a real bad time. Like, you have to have this card to go infinite. And then, like, if you have another thing to hold counters, then yeah, you just get your blue and reds. Like, let's say you have 2 reds and a blue, and you have this here. This is your board. You need to get one of these summoned somehow. Somehow you need these to be summoned. So sometimes you have to use this to summon one of these. If you need another summon, that's where Saruja can come in play. Like, if you have a bunch of monsters, but you need one of these in play, you can Saruja and then use Saruja to special summon one of these. And if you can just get one of these on the board, you can go off. So if you have this here, summon, this is going to get a counter. So this gets a counter, and then this gets 2 counters, right? Like, you don't even need this, actually. So, like, if you have this, you win. And then, so then you summon this here, blue. We'll get a counter here, and then 2 counters here. So you just got 6, so you got 6 counters, right? And then you're going to use this to summon this. Let's say you don't have any counters. Like, this is your board, and you need counters. Well, what you can do is you can activate this. Let's say this, we'll activate this one to blow up this one, attributing this. So this is going to blow up your own card, because it can target your own stuff. So you blow up this, and then this is going to go to grave, and then this is going to go off to add this back to your hand. So you add this back to your hand. And cool, so you have this now. Well, basically you fizzle out. But hopefully, actually, so what you do need to get started, you need like 4 counters. So if you have 4 counters somewhere on this, or wherever, which, like I said, if you summon those, you probably have like 2 counters here and 2 counters here or something. Anyway, if you get 4 counters, you remove the 4 counters to get this back from your grave. So now if you have this in hand, you can go off. Like if this is your board, because then, or this is your board, either or. So now you have a red, so you can summon blue. This is gonna get a counter. You're gonna go 1 counter, 2 counters. This is gonna summon here, 2 counters. So we just got 6 counters, right? So we're generating 6 counters per iteration. And we're only gonna use 4 to loop. So we already activated this one, and it's a once per turn, but not a hard once per turn. So now we can activate this copy, targeting this one to blow this one up by tributing this. These go to grave. This adds this back to your hand, and you have counters. So then you use 4 of your counters. Notice how we're keeping these 2 here. We're netting 2 to add this back to our hand. Well, now we're just going off again. We're gonna special summon here. Go to 3 counters. Go to 2 counters. Special summon here. Go to 4 counters. This doesn't get a counter. But look, see, we're like slowly adding 1 counter every time. Then now we haven't activated this because it's a new copy. Blow up this, tribute this. This gets back this to your hand. This counters get this in hand. See, now we have 3 counters. So you're netting counters every time. So you go infinite, you make infinite counters. You can literally search your whole deck for any number of 6 samurais. You can summon Shiins and 6 samurais from your graveyard as many times as you want, and you can also buff your dude's infinite attack. So like if somehow you're going second, or like it's later on in the game and you're going off, you can literally just go, okay, all my monsters have like 10 billion attack, kill you. And so it's pretty cool. It's a fun deck. There's not a lot of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh that can literally make infinite combos, and this is one. And it's classic. 6 samurais. I mean, what's not to love? What do you think of the deck, Tom?
I mean, I like the deck. It's just really heavy.
No, it is. It's combo heavy. If I don't like to play it all the time, but when I do, it's fun because it's fun to just go ham.
One
sometimes.
little hand trap will.
Yeah, one hand trap can
you.
destroy you. Like if they affect Veiler or your Assault, just forget about it.
Yeah.
Or if you Ash Blossom this Assault, don't Ash Blossom them searching when it's summoned. Like Ash Blossom when they pitch their equipments and they're gonna summon from deck, because that can usually just stop them dead in their tracks.
Yeah, it's a really hard deck to play.
It is. Like, it's not forgiving.
Yeah.
It's not forgiving at all, actually.
It's like a giant puzzle box, basically.
It is. It's a giant puzzle, and it's not forgiving, and if your opponent hand traps you, or Ghost Jugger's your gateway, or so many things can happen. They can Nibiru you. They can just... So many things can ruin your day. A Solemn Strike. Like, they could just have a Solemn Strike set because they went first, and then they're like, oh, Solemn Strike, you're like a Soul Summon, and you're like, oh...
Don't take this deck to a big tournament, is what I'm saying.
I mean, you can if you want to have fun, but you're probably not going to win. You might win. Who knows? You might just win every die roll, cheese people game 1, and like lose game 2 because you're going second now, and then just win game 3 because now you're going first again because you lost game 2. Like, you can live the dream with the deck. You can win with the deck. It's just, hey, just you got to roll with the punches. Sometimes you're going to straight lose because they have a hand trap.
Yeah. Or you can also play hand traps, main deck. But...
You could. We could mess around with a build where we add the. That's possible, but even then, like, I don't know. What's the point at that point? Like,
I mean, sometimes you've had some wins where you just summon everything and attack me. You didn't even combo.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, sometimes you can play a grind game. Like, this is a great grind game. Like, if you don't have the gateway to go infinite, like, you can still like summon this dude. Tribute this, pop your card. When it tributed that, you could get back your keys on, summon your keys on. Yeah. Or if you can find a way to get this one back, you can summon it again.
Or just Grandmaster.
Yeah, get back your Grandmaster. And you just get a big board beat down. Like, these aren't worst attacks. Like 1600, 1500, Grandmaster's 21. Kizaru is 19. Kizan's 18.
Yeah.
Hatsume's 1600 attack. Like, they all have like at least 1500 attack, except for like Kaigeki, but you just play him to like combo extend.
Yeah.
So, and like the tuners. And then this guy's pretty small, but he has a relevant thing. Oh, that's another thing, is if you do go infinite and you have infinite counters, then you just also kill him because he gets buffed 100 attack for every counter on the board. So if you're like, I have 10 billion counters, I don't even know what 10 billion times 100 is. A trillion? Yeah, 10 billion times 100 is a trillion, so you would literally have a trillion attack monster. So, what other deck can say it has a trillion attack monster?
Well, Kyle, what do you gotta say?
It's fun. It's cool to learn. I wouldn't play it in every tournament ever, but I like playing it here and there, and I like playing it some matches, and it's fun to playing it sometimes. If you want like a mid-level power deck that's not too strong, but it can still compete, still make some plays, go ham. So it's definitely fun.
Well, it's been, check out our channel and
For sure, yeah. Top Mint Games, subscribe. We got some other videos involving this and the Mermaid Atlantean deck that Thomas played. We have a match that's going up, but you can check out that other deck profile. And you know, we're gonna have some other cool content here soon too. We already have some GOAT format content, so if you like that, check it out. For Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, we might even have some other content too, some Magic games. We play other games. We play board games, so check us out, Top Mint Games. And if you want to buy or sell cards, go to our website, topmintgames.com. We have cards for sale on our TCG player, but you can check out the link all in there. And we'll also buy your cards if you want to sell a collection. Ship us some books, ship us a binder, ship us 5 cards. Whatever you want to ship us, we'll buy it anywhere in the nation, give you a good competitive price, just like any other major store.
cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.